Hey everybody, thanks for coming. I'm super glad that you could join me this morning. So if we're gonna draw Sweet Pea, which I am gonna do right now, I usually start with the top of her head, which is kind of like a half circle, and I'm drawing it really light, but then I'm gonna trace it in with my pen, so you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So the top of her head is like a half circle, and then she has a snout, which is also like a half circle, and a nose, which is a circle, and she's usually smiling, and her eyes are also two circles with two little dots. And she has kind of ears that stick up. So if you have a cat, maybe your ears are more triangular shaped. And Sweet Pea has a pretty long neck and a lot of hair on her neck, like a lion's mane, I always think. And she has spaghetti arms in my version of her, and 3 fingers, and she is waving. And in the story, she's usually wearing like kind of a fancy lady's hat, which is sort of like kind of like a triangle with, again, a half circle. And since it's a fancy lady's hat, I might put maybe like a bird on it. And then just so you can see it a little bit better, but also this is how I usually do my art for my books. I draw it in pencil, and then I go over it in pen. And I have this great, it's called a brush pen. I love it, use it all the time. It is made by Pentel, and it's got these little great cartridges so you can refill them, they come out. And when they're empty, you just pop in a new one. The other really great thing, you'll see the other great thing about them in a minute. So I'm just gonna go over my pencil lines. And actually the other nice thing about that is then, when I'm all done, I'm gonna erase the pencil lines and you won't see them, and it'll look really neat, like I just drew it freehand and got it right on the first try. And if you don't have a brush pen, a Sharpie also works really great. You can erase the pencil lines under the Sharpie, and the Sharpie lines will stay looking really great. And they won't smear or anything like that. Oh, I forgot Sweet Pea's tail. So, there's Sweet Pea's tail, and there's a bird, and all right, so the last thing I would do, I would give it a second to dry. And then I have, this is my favorite kind of eraser. It's Mars Classic Eraser. It's about $1 or $2 at the art supply store. And it's pretty great because it doesn't mess up the surface of the paper. And then I can erase it, and then you don't see the pencil lines anymore. I actually don't think you can see the pencil lines very well anyway, because the lighting isn't that great. So I'm not going to erase the whole thing, but you get it. And again, this works with Sharpies, which are fun to draw with too. But give you like a little bit more of an even line. So, and then the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color her in. And Sweet Pea is black. So I'm gonna use my black pencil, and I'm gonna color her in. And you could use whatever, if you have markers, you could use markers. If you have paints, you could use paint to paint your pet, to do your pet's portrait. And let's see, should have made her smaller so she could color in a little bit faster, but that's fine. And in the book, so she's in a book. The next book is called Detective Sweet Pea, and she is obviously a detective. And in the book, she wears a yellow hat with a pink ribbon and and I will give her some nice pink cheeks because she's pretty cheerful when she's not getting mad. And I'll give her the black nose. All right, so I hope you were able to draw something too. And oh wait, that bird needs a colored beak. And maybe it is orange. Okay. Come get a treat.